Hello and welcome to another tutorial. Today we're going to be taking you through how I clean my background. Now most of you know that I use plywood as my background. This allows me more flexibility in how I am able to be creative with my background, but in this particular case it's not about the creativity. I'm just going to show you how, when I don't do the creative stuff and I have these lines in my pictures, how I take care of them and make them seamless white. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm still going to maintain the lighten on the background, but I'm just going to clean it up and make it more even and seamless. So I'll take you through what I do in Lightroom and then what I do in Photoshop and then back into Lightroom. So let's begin. So in Lightroom, I'll do the basic settings. If I feel the exposure is too dark and all that stuff, I'll do that. In this particular picture I used 3 lights. As you can see, there's an octabox here, an octabox here, sorry, there is a strip box, there's a strip box, and then there's another light from the top, but I have these lights also filling in the face as well. Now my main light was the Godox AD360. So what I'm going to do is I'm supposed to straighten it up like this, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to make it seamless. So it wouldn't make much of a difference if I straighten it or not, but I'm going to do some cropping. And I'll enable my lens correction. This one I used the 85mm at f3.2. And then finally I would go to my calibration, and I don't like how Adobe Standard renders my pictures, so I'll go into what I have created. I have this one and I like the colors that it renders, but sometimes it's just a little bit too much, especially for the reds. So I just dial the red down just a little bit and then go back here and open up the picture. So I like how this is looking already. So I'll take it into Photoshop and then start my background cleaning. I'm not going to clean the skin and everything for the sake of making this video a bit shorter. So let's jump into Photoshop right now. Okay, so welcome into Photoshop and let's begin. I'm going to be using a lot of shortcuts over here, so I'll just say them out as to what I do. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate the background. I don't want to work on the original, so I just pressed Ctrl J. I'm using a PC. I'm not going to go into the Mac stuff. So the first thing I'll do is I'll grab my patch tool. I press the J again, and I would quickly select an area and then just patch it in nicely. I missed the top. I have to maintain my line. Okay, so I'll grab this side, and then it's already looking good. It's not too difficult, especially this is white, so you can basically just grab your levels and just bump things up and then mask them in, but that is just being a bit too lazy. I don't want that, so I'm gonna do this carefully. Now because there's no space, I'm just gonna copy this side and just layer it on. So it's as simple as that. It really doesn't matter where you copy it from because it's still white anyway, but I have these sides here that I need to correct. So just a few ins and outs and all that stuff, and then if you want to see better, you can convert your picture to black and white and play around with the sliders. So if I do all blacks and all white, I don't see anything. If I do this, I don't see any details. I don't see any blacks in there. Okay, I see a spot here. So come to this side. Just let me fix that. See, I wasn't able to see that in the original. Now here you can see the details of the floor as well. So I'll grab my stamp again. Make sure that because I have this layer on top, make sure you have it on current layer. Otherwise you'll be sampling the black and white and then pasting it over your colored image up above, and that's not what you want. So this is just like a help to allow you to see better, you know, how clean your background is going to be like. But because it's all pure white, It's not really going to be a problem, but it's worth, getting things right. So let's continue playing around with it. We don't see any here. Okay, I see something here, so let me attack that a little. Okay, good. And I see something up at the top here. You just have to train your eye carefully enough to be able to see all these little details. So let's go into the blue section. There are no blues in here. And then, so I think generally this is fine. So I'm just going to delete this. So now I have my seamless white background. So this is the before to and after, before to and after. It's quite simple and straightforward. So that's how I take care of my backgrounds that are patched up with all the lines. I get many questions like that. So pretty much what it is and how I deal with it. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye-bye.